How can the COVID-19 pandemic be stamped out once and for all? A global summit of leaders is set to discuss the issue at this coming hour. United States President Joe Biden is spearheading efforts. The virtual meeting will take place on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly. Washington has already laid out 4 key priorities. It wants countries to provide equal access to vaccines and do more to inoculate people. Also in focus for nations to do more in facilitating access to tests, treatments, and equipment. Other measures include setting up a sustainable health security financing system and aligning targets across summit participants.
The president's going to lay out the case for why the next decade will determine our future, not just for the United States, but for the global community. He'll also make clear that for many of the greatest concerns we have, they cannot be solved or even addressed through the force of arms, whether that is preparing for the next pandemic, something the United States continues to be the global leader on, providing more vaccines to the world than every other country combined.
Kate joins us live from Washington, D.C. Kate, how will the U.S. help the world hit its global vaccination goal?
Well, Joe Biden is set to put this ambitious goal out during this summit today, where he says he wants to see 70% of the world's population vaccinated against COVID-19 by next September. And he is he says he's putting America's money where his mouth is, and he will be doubling his order of the Pfizer vaccine to worth $1 billion worth to distribute across the world. And this summit is calling on other countries to step up and do the same thing. He said, the White House has said that the US can't and shouldn't have to do this on their own, and they want to see commitments from other countries. They're also bringing NGOs and philanthropists and industry leaders into this. They want to see how they can help, not just on vaccines, but on things like making sure the world has enough oxygen supplies and testing kits. So this is really the White House's attempt to bring the world together to try to get a handle on this pandemic once and for all.
There has been criticism, though, of the US for pushing boosters. Now, why is that?
Yeah, absolutely. You've got this, the Biden administration hosting this summit this week. It's also the week that they promised that the US could start to get booster shots, a third shot for many people, when so many people in the rest of the world haven't even had one shot of the vaccine yet. So there has been a lot of criticism about the US focusing on booster shots when, you know, there is such a disparity in poorer countries. There are some countries in the world where the vaccination rate is as low as 2%. So the World Health Organization and other groups have said that the US shouldn't be talking about booster shots until it's addressed this disparity. That is one of the reasons that the White House is holding this summit, to try to get more focus on giving shots to the rest of the world. The US says it has enough to give booster shots to its population, as well as donating shots to poorer countries. And it points to the fact that it has already given donated more doses than any other country in the world.